Uh, so yeah, hello. We are back. Okay. Uh, Let me do one thing. Okay. Mm, let me. We. Hello. Yeah. So we have till now explored these modules that was given by this them. Okay. Let me set up a little context before we start here. We were solving this hackathon problem on this live. I have to submit this hackathon problem before 8, as you can see down here. Okay. So we were going through all the problem segment and whatever resources they have given us. Okay. So I have divided all things here, starting from 1 to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 till 8. I have divided the task, whatever we have to complete till then. Okay. So yesterday we were able to complete all the modules. Okay, that was given over here. I guess yeah, it was given here. And today's task was to explore some of their official. This is a this is done by some guy here, and I think it is from Hugging Face, but this is not the uh, what would the official open NV, okay, where they have also added some of the examples. But this is a course which tells us how to set things up, okay. So yeah, that is the thing. But we also needed to complete some of the examples to be able to really understand what is being done and what we can do, okay. I think most of the task that happens here, okay, is a toy data set, or maybe you could say it is a easy problem that has been solved. At least that's what I think. Okay. So GRPO, blackjack. Okay. Is this considered to be a hard problem? I just wanted to know that. Okay. Where was it? Yeah. I think this is. Yeah. Is this considered to be a hard problem? Hello. Yeah, I'm on. Yeah. So its difficulty is advanced. Okay. Okay. So they considered this to be advanced, where we have applied GRPO. Okay, got it. Okay, yeah. So in here they have applied, I think, the problem on blackjack. Okay, if you have played blackjack before, you can understand what they have done. Okay, at least the functionality of this function. You can go here and also test it. Okay. And they say you can switch over to other games also. You might need to just change the logic. Okay, just a minute. You just needed to change some of the logic, I think, and they have a different server for it to run. Okay, it is running on 805, it is running on 806 execute, and this is running on 807. So these are all the different games that you can also explore. But they want us to solve something which is I think be solving something useful. Okay, it is mentioned here. Okay, we will be giving points if we wanted to achieve maximum point. Fill a real gap or immediate value for the RL agent committee. Okay, that is understandable. So we need to find at least three problems related to this. Okay, uh, I think this also covers mostly the environment that is around the toy dataset. At least that is what mentioned over the modules here. Still, I just wanted to confirm if has any problem which I can implement in this also. At least that is considered to be an easy to medium problem, maybe, even if I replicate it in these different module. But let's just see. We have it. Okay, we have this blackjack. So I think whatever is implemented over here, they are trying to implement it in that part also. Is A2C training with vector in this tutorial demonstrate training with vector environment it to its speed. I think this is the training module, but they did. Okay. You are setting up the environment, updating it, but all of this is happening in a single thing. Okay. Is this also being implemented over OpenMP? I don't think so, right? No. There's a search over here. What was it? A to C. A to C. Let's some context here. Please explain what is vector A to C is. For reference. Or we can do one thing today. Let me go over here. This is a This is a pre chat GPT Go, so it might be giving me a better result. So deep research, I don't think so. Think maybe. Let's just see. Okay, I'm checking the tutorial itself, so I can explain the code in plain language and match the terminology. So vector A to C is just A to C advantage action critic plus multiple environment running at the same time. Okay. In the tutorial, A to C described as the asynchronous version of A3C with a actor network that picks action and critic new network that estimate how good the current state is. The vector parameter means you do not train on a one game. Instead, at a time, you run several copy of environment in parallel and feed the agent a batch of state and it run a batch of actions. Okay, one action for each environment that give you more experience per update, which usually make training faster and less noisy. In the tutorial, the agent collects a fixed number of steps from each environment, then compute the action and click. Okay, so they are trying to train one agent, learn from one stream of experience. What to plain A to C is this thing. One agent learn one stream of experience, and what vector A to C is one agent learn from many stream at once. I don't think so. This is something we should be using because they are claiming in their in their website that they can use it concurrently. So they are using it like a WebSocket. So that problem is already been solved. So I don't think so. We should be going forward with this. Okay, we can do one thing also. Is this the okay? Let me go over here. I okay. I wanted to implement. Okay, let me do one thing. Implement something for this, which is not a toy or game, but does what is ठीक which can be here also. Okay. Let me do one thing. But excellent filling a real time gap with this, which is what I'm just taking some reference to it. This can't be considered cheating, I think so. Okay. With this. Okay. Okay. Which can be here. Okay. It is a competitor of open Let me do okay, I have defined the prompt. Okay. Let's just review it. I am interested in implementing something in this space that goes in RL space that goes beyond a toy. Something genuine, useful, that fills the real gap, delivering immediate value to RL community. For example, Meta this is a strong example of this kind of work, although I'd prefer not to replicate or directly overlap with it here. At the same time, the effect and efforts could be aligning with um, complement environment like this. Potential position itself as an alternative competitor. Okay, I do come to needed to do proper research before we go forward. We can connect to an app, we can connect to a site. Okay, let's wait before we get summarize meta or open NV image in repo and documentation. Okay, collect recent paper and project addressing RL environment tooling and benchmark. Identify a need by comparing fields and API and environment integration and proper concentrate project idea and target user scope, suggest metrics, prioritize idea by impacting and feasibility and different from existing project. Uh, I already have given it something together. So let's just wait till we get these things together. I have given some of the context here to it to able to understand what I am trying to say, and then I ask it to, okay, is this not the correct one? But this is not the correct one. I don't think so. Let me just check it. Let's support. Where was it? I don't know. It's the one. Alright. This is not the one. Where did it go? Uh, okay. When did I search it over here? I totally forgot again. Let me take some time before us continue. Humanize response. It is not user. That's it. Okay, we will be searching it again today if we needed it. Okay, so let's just close this one. Okay, and so let us read what it search RL environment framework and libraries. The currently ecosystem are announced by the standard API and libraries. Gymnasium provides a simple Python API, step and rest, and dozens of reference tasks for benchmarking single agent RL. It is widely used for supporting many third-party. Okay. In parallel, Meta OpenAI is experimental end-to-end framework that build on the gym style API but add on production grade features, okay, that we have understand yesterday on yesterday's stream. Okay. Each environment run in a isolated Docker or HTTP container, okay, ensuring the reproducibility and security. OpenNV environment can be deployed HTTP or Docker, enabling the scalability distributed training across clusters. In some, the major offer a stable interface and many build in game and Diego, while OpenNV and Phrase Sandbox containerized the environment for more complex task, code or web task. Along these several new interfaces target richer and agentic tasks and infrastructure. For example, Terminal Bench or Lean Bench provides open source RL based on real world coding system. Is this a library that is similar to okay, is this the a benchmark for LLM on complicated tasks in the terminal? Okay, so we have got this. Terminal benchmark for AI agent in terminal environment. I wanted to test my agent. Okay. Uh, okay. Is this the one where they have tried to build a Linux kernel with the help of entropy? I guess. Terminal bench mark. Terminal benchmark, latest version of terminal bench submission. OpenAI is having accuracy of this. And there is one other thing, which is this line. What is line, by the way? Uh, Flying benchmark is open source inclusive data designed to provide a highly fidelity benchmark for agentic coding. It moved beyond synthetic toy problem to evolve AI on the real world engineering driven actual client user. Okay. Automate your workflow from idea to production. GitHub make it easier to automate all the software workflow. Real world coding benchmark, actual client user, introduction to client bench, a real world open source benchmark for agentic coding. Okay, we can find some of the benchmark over here. Okay, entropy, open router, OpenAI compatible. Okay, real world coding benchmark for the actual client is this that is client here, OpenAI coding agent. Okay, shipping and all these things. I think this is specific to client, the issue they are facing while their agent was not able to make your code go to production today. This is specific to that. I think so. Ready to experience AI coding without limit. Automate with client CLI. Okay. It is also CLI based, I think. Provides the open source RL task based on the real coding system and security problem. Building a Linux kernel server configuration. Similarly, enterprises open gym package. Okay, what is this? Enterprises ops gym package a containerized enterprises operation environment with the hundreds of database backend tasks. Okay, like customer service, IT workflow to test the long horizon planning. At the high level, OpenNV, AutoNV uses LLM. Okay, what is this by the way? Interface designed to elevate LLM agent. At a higher level, AutoNV uses LLM to automatically generate desired RL environment on the fly, creates dozens of heterogeneous tasks to stress test, cross and okay, what is this now? Magic per project cell environment, okay. Directory based environment. I think it is also for Arch users because I see Aura here. If I okay, let's just read first here. Magic per project cell environment. Okay, what is it? If a directory contains .env file, it will automatically be executed when you cd into it. After and if a directory containing .env.leave file and autoenv enable leave is a non-empty string, The file will automatically be executed when C being away from the directory that contains that file. This is good for auto activating the virtual environment, deactivating the virtual environment. Okay, what is this about? Project specific environment variable making millions. You can also nest envs within each other. How awesome is it? When executing auto env, we will walk up the directory. Okay, is this for real? Is this for real? I don't believe it. Okay, let me try to test it again locally. Follow the white rabbit. Echo wow. Need to go to that project. Okay. At least is this for what? Okay. Okay, we have it this here. I don't know what it is going to do, but let's just test this over here. We got to test this. You need to do something. Exit what? Module right? Yeah. Module this one. Okay. I have this thing over here. I think this is how it works. Then I just need to say module Is this uh, supposed to do something? I don't know. If it does, let's try to do this. It does not make uh, sense, but still, let's just in case try this thing also. Okay. Okay. Before we do this, we need to come out of this therapy and then try to do this. This one. Okay. Nothing happens. Expected. Okay, so this is not working, but let's just move on. Okay, let's just see where were we today. Where were we? Okay, we were trying to understand what is happening today. Environment ops gym, environment and evaluating for stateful agent plan and tool use. A large scale benchmark for enterprises evaluating LLM agent on 11 expert cortex tasks, 8 enterprises domain in the full enterprises. What is enterprises OpenGen? Large LLM are shifted for passive information provided to active agent intended for complex workflow. However, their deployment as reliable AI worker in enterprises is failed by benchmarks that fails to capture the intricacies of professional environment, specifically the need of long horizon playing admit persistent state changing strict action. We write enterprises in it fail it features a containerized sandbox with a 16. Okay, what makes this unique is unpredicted environment scale. Okay, they are testing item key features. Enterprises enter extensive enterprises focus 1150 tasks across 8 core domains. And what are they? Live sandbox environment, fully integrated Dockerized environment, high quality data, SME, robust evaluation, testing skill, multiple step agentic plan, policy and constraining adherence, state driven tool calling, and process domain oriented. I think this is also one of their competitor, maybe not. This is the benchmark. enterprises over the environment for stateful agent planet to use in enterprises. Okay. MCP tool from certifying companies, server benchmark configure system ground verifying engine. Okay, we can compare it over here, but before that, is the task is also being made by them, or maybe I don't know. My model or JSON, Azure and domain configuration, GMP server. Okay. I think we can take a reference from here that how are they calculating their score and narrow it down to 0 to 1. We just need to adjust the scale, I think, and we will be good to go. Prerequisite seed database. Okay, but each task running against the pre-popular database seed from SQL snapshot. These snapshots are bundled in gym dot. Okay, where is it? Is this inside this thing? Okay, it is something which is inside it. Yeah. At the root of the repo, one SQL file per unique task organized by domain. calendar domain snapshot, customer service management snapshot. You unzip it before running the benchmark. Okay, we need to unzip it and then gym service. Each domain require a running MCP. Pull and start the Docker image for each domain. Update config.paste if you are using non default port for calendar. Use this LM provider. So this is where I think all the task is being kept. We need to just unzip it and run it over the Docker in different ports. Default ports are these, and I think then we are good to go. Yeah, we got this. Diverse RL environment on the fly and creates dozens of factor and task and stress case generalization. Industry platform has also been emerging. For example, OpenMD or REST protocol has 30,000 plus managing RL environment over HTTP and primarily and environment hub offer a community-driven repository for sharing, evaluating, and training on environment, custom environment. Together, these efforts is a trending towards the task domain. Identify the gap and needs. Okay. Despite this process, several key gap remain in the RL environment tools. Okay. Realistic sharing benchmark. Most RL research still using synthetic and game-like tasks. There are few widely adopting open benchmark for production domain. We are using it. I think this is the one we are talking about, or some other one also. Recent work highlighting this gap. Many coding benchmark today are toy puzzle and even newer suits, terminal bench, and environmental ops are just emerging. This is needed for more complicated driven benchmark grounded in real task, multi-file. Okay, so we have two things with us, I think, by reading all this. We have this also. Okay, so they have put in their data set over here. We can read it. Okay. Let's read one thing. So this is the task ID. This is about calendar. You are a Google Calendar automation agent with a full administrative permission to manage user needs and recording and messages operating in a safe and fully automated environment. You do not need it to. Okay, where was it? Okay, you don't user and record and operator in a safe authorizing environment. You do not need it to ask for confirmation or permission before taking action. When identifying such name and ID are missing and performing exactly one lookup. Okay, this looks good to me. So the user prompting, I am planning to have a technical kickoff session with Carol, creating a secondary calendar called searching algorithm beta, allowing Carol to edit starting from this point first day when I have no schedule event and schedule searching algorithm beta technical kickoff for 60 minutes at Itna. Selection tool or query busy create event insert ACL rule create calendar get calendar list. We have MCP endpoint slash MCP. Number of run is 1. Reset database run in true. Verification is verifying type is database state. Name of these. Okay. I understand it a little, but we might also need to implement much more than this to really be able to get what we really wanted to. So we have different domain. One of them domain is calendar, another is CSM, and another is drive, another is email, another is HR, another is ITSM, another is team, and then there is hybrid. There are different tasks. Average step in each of them is itna. Maximum step on each is this. Number of tools are these. So okay. Let me read over this code what we can do and what we can't. Okay? Can you just give me a moment? I just wanted to confirm some of the things before we go any further. Okay. Mm, we do have a little- and but this space is created in the format of this. I have a few questions after I attended the session on April 1st. We needed to train the model with the RL using algorithm like GRPO with our environment. The OpenNBSF hackathon has this. That's why. How complex does the environment need to be to for a win? Like, do we We need to have an environment where we have data moving dynamically based on the agent action, where data is fixed, or the static environment where data is fixed. How much emphasis should be placed in the UI development for hacking? Please answer this question. Okay. Press open and we support Docker Compose. I wanted my first API service to run in a different container and the actual environment to run in a different container. The container in which environment is running is written a different language, although the first API server should be continuing with the environment. I think supported. Also, I see the open validation is failing. Validator is failing. To be sure, it was not due to my changes. I ran into new open environment which was created to use OpenMP. Okay. We were able to achieve what we wanted to achieve because we were able to find some of these today, which is great because these are not something which is a toy dataset today anymore. They are something real, and we just needed to now create all this in that and break the benchmark. I will be back in just a moment. Hello. Uh, Hello. I think we were able to accomplish today what we wanted to, but let's read more also. Okay. Uh, so we were able to find some of the use cases or some of the benchmarks where we can implement our OpenNV. Okay. That is good to know. And then we have it. Okay. Just in case, let me do one thing. Let me just okay, console. Let me clone it locally. Okay, just in case. Okay. Okay, I don't need it. So I will keep it that first one. Okay. So yeah, we have save it locally just in case if anything happens, and we will be figuring out what we'll be going to do with this. If there is something which is useful, we can be implementing from this also. Let's just see. We will take 1 to 2 maybe tasks and apply GRPO maybe. Let's see what we'll be doing. Okay. Let me bookmark this. Let me bookmark this. Let me bookmark this. Okay. Terminal base. Also this. That's it. Okay. Most RL research still be using. Okay, we have read this thing. Recently, working highlight this gap. Many coding benchmark today are toy puzzles. That is definitely the case, and even suits like terminal benchmark or enterprises oaks are just amazing. There is need for more community-driven benchmark grounded in the real task, multi-file programming, web navigation, data analysis that can be packed as a reproducible environment, entertainment environment generation and variation. Creating high quality environment is laboristic. Creating high quality environment is laboristic, and automating or semi automating methods like OpenNV, AutoNV should promise, but accessible tools are limited. In practical, there is a lack of tool changes for tool chains for automatically generating and mutating environment for robustness and cross-domain training at scale. Expert note the future RL will need it. environment factory that can automatically assemble and vary test tasks as agent improve. Standard API and protocol. Gymnasium provide a core interface, but emerging workflow agents with tool. LLM-driven code execution often needed a richer API. Protocol like ORS. Okay, what is this thing? Protocol like Open Reward Standard. I think this is a part of uh, Gymnasium, which is introduced by OpenAI. Let me just see, just in case. Open Reward Standard. Reward Standard. We have our LLM agent, and then we have our ORS server where all the endpoints are there, and then we have our execution, the sandbox where we can execute the code. Okay, I think this is something similar to OpenNV, but they are using HTTP request instead of a WebSocket. That is why this might not be able to achieve that much. Okay. Expose tool and task and over HTTP and platform like OpenNV and OpenReward adopts things like API in container. However, there is no single age upon standard that unifies Gym API with a modern agent needed. Using these Gym and ORS environment intra-operation remains the open need. Production scale RL, especially with the large language model, demands robust standard operation. Each rollout needed a fresh isolated environment and fast reset. Okay, we can do one thing more to get industry. That is, they have a live stream. I guess it was on 2nd April. Okay, then the stream created transcript generator. Okay. Okay, then we can paste it over here. Okay, hello Ayush. Okay, so these are some of the things we will be exploring it in a minute. Okay, some of the things that I have thinking of doing is taking a CLI based use case. Okay, that is clear, but I am still wondering what else should I be picking. Okay, before we come to any conclusion, I just wanted to explore as much as I can. Okay, I don't want it here to be limited to what is already been made. Okay, instead, I just wanted something that is making some real world impact. they have given some of the idea. Let me do one thing today. I will copy it from here. Okay. Okay. Looks good to me. Okay. Here, I will be showing it to you today. Let me give it one go. Okay. Uh, uh, this is the thing that I'm doing. Okay. And this is also done. Okay, this is the problem statement. Okay. And I think this is what? Uh, this is it. And in this program, okay, why did I adding funding provided by this is rules about Justin. Okay, why did I copy this thing? I don't know. Okay, this is the thing. Okay, uh, I have added YouTube transcript of YouTube. Uh, okay, what was the name of that video? Okay, this is not the video. Okay, this is the video. Okay, okay. I have a nice. You have already. Uh, why do I do this thing? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. The first thing is to tell me from the YouTube video that what they want from us, and also uh, and the second is tell me which three tasks to choose. It can either all hard tasks, but at least should not. Let me search it over here. Let me search it over here also. Just give me a moment again. Okay, got it. I did it again, I think. Let me first thinking, then I should pick characters. This is not the video that we are trying to for. Characters the video. But they want to build a or agentic to learn and deploy into space implementing these APIs specifically real world, not at all. There's three tasks to choose. bug identification, which could be easy. Given a Python function with a plan, but agent must find the line and type of error, ex- exact match on the line number error. Okay, this can be a potential issue. And also lead from ChatGPT to cut an email classification and prioritizing tagging, drafting a policy complaint reply, asking for missing when needed, resolving a full multi-turn customer support. Okay, and they, they uh, talk about an issue that needed to get addressed, like the for in I don't know which one was which. Okay, so this one, okay, this is the one. I highlight those points. Okay? So yeah, but not in the sense of long connectivity for environment. In transcript, the speaker was talking about moral policy philosophy and the issue that needed to address. We're more like we were more like the hard question that course is built around. The main point were consequences versus duty, whether the right action is the one with the best output, or whether some act are wrong, no no matter what necessity, whether desperate survival situation can identify extreme action, the the Dewdley and Stephen case is the key example. What is this case? Whether the okay, they are saying okay. Whether a desperate survival situation can justify extreme action. Contest whether a kill became morally different if the person agree, even under person, even under pressure. Failure produce or lottery, whether a random or agreed upon process make a moral ugly output more acceptable. The idea that the question has never been solution but still matter because we live by some answer key every day. They also improvise a big warning. Philosophy can be personal and political, unsettling because it make familiar assumption feeling strange and focus you to rethink them. If you meant to else Okay, in this first, think like a agent in the design, not just a coder. Your environment and training ground for AI agents should be something label around what we use. This is why they keep repeating real world useful, not for problem. Major issue that they are implying highlighting. There are real signals you were supposed to stop lack of real world environment. Okay, this can be solved. Uh, so the gap we don't have enough realistic environment. Poor evaluation grades. They stressed a lot on a grader. Why? Because current problem, many environment does not have clear success metrics, hard to evaluate agent properly. So they wanted deterministic grade. Okay, weak reward signal. They highlighted not just final success. They not just weak reward signal. They highlighted not just final success failure, needed dense reward, partial program, problem they hinted at are sparse reward, bad learning. So your environment should guide the agent step by step. Okay, penalize bad behaviors, loop wrong, reproducibility, and standardization. They emphasize Docker and hanging face space and baseline inferencing and deterministic. Okay, these are the things we have read about in the modules. Okay, why? Because current RL environment problem, people can't reproduce result reliably. So OpenAI and we try to fix same environment, same behavior anywhere. Okay, tool uses agent workflow. This is so sustainable but important. They give example like customer support, meaning agents should just act. They they should use tools, think across steps. This connects to this long horizon multi-step reasoning. Your question, they do not explicitly say long connectivity like research paper, but they clearly indicated multi-step task, email, reply, follow-up, workflow, not single step action. Okay, there should not be a single step action. That will not be the case for that thing. So it is okay to include those agent interaction over time. Infra should be Docker and containerize NV, HF development. These signals RL infra is messy. We needed a production grade environment. What they really wanted us to understand if we compress the wrong idea into one. They are not just judging how complex your code is, they are judging how realistic, measurable, trainable, and how reproducible your environment is. Hidden strategy. This is a golden part. If you wanted to win, pick a real workflow, make it multi-step, add clear grader, design dense reward, ensure reproducibility. Avoid game, puzzle, and single takeaway. Final takeaway. So to answer your question correctly, yes, they did discuss important issues. Okay. Uh, Give me all this into uh, down. Don't say things like this, which is referring to text. We got this. Okay. We will be reading this. Let me do one thing. Okay. Let me create separate to next separate. Hmm. Just give me a moment. Huh? I wanted to do some things.
Okay. We're trying to give it as much complexity as we can. Pre-validation. Uh, okay. Okay. I am deaf and I know I am not audible on the stream, but I'm just trying to search some of the things, taking reference. Okay. Okay, I have given it the task. Okay, so till then, what we can do is yeah, we can read other ideas, the project ideas that is given over here. Okay. To address the gap, OpenRL environment again. OpenRL environment hub registry uh, creates a community-driven platform and the CLI SDK where researcher can discover a share version RL. This would combine aspect of GitHub, Git, L, Git LFS for the environment code and Docker image with the Gymnasium API or ORS. Okay, the ORS also does the same which is done by this. The user could upload tasks and tag them by domain. The platform could support eva evaluation report like prime intellect eval feature with age. What is this thing? Create and explore evaluation report for environment for various models. Okay. RL training environment are natively supporting in the scalable prime intellect uh, prime RL trainer. What is this thing? Sync RL training at scale. Prime RL is a framework for large-scale reinforcement learning. It's designed to be easy to use and hackable, yet capable of capable of scaling to 100 plus GPU. Here is what we think set it apart: full async for throughput, agentic scaling at scale, performance built to train 1 trillion MOE model on the 100 plus GPU on this and this with F4 FP8 inferencing. What is FP8 inferencing? 8-bit float point inferencing, reducing the LLM memory and all this. Okay, got it. PD disaggregation, EP and CP parallelism, and more integration of verifier environment through the environment hub. Is this the same? Text. These are all dummy data, right? Coding. Environment UV based argument. Formally verifiable reason on general symbolic domain, claiming logic with production generation data. Okay, we are testing this reason with a result. Average reward is this, sample argument is this. Number of example is 5. Okay, initially the pump was this, then it goes to till where? Till 4. Okay, we can look into this also. Let me do one thing. Let me start this thing. Okay, this I think this also does the same. Okay, we understand. Where were we? RL. Okay, these are the idea. RL Environment Quality Toolkit, developing an open source suite Python package for testing and validating new RL environment. Features could include automatic determinising check, reset fidelity, isolation check, ensuring no cross contamination of state, and integrating test with the standard agent. It could also be measure environment property. Okay, user or environment developer and RL engineer are success metric. Okay, so users can be environment developer or RL engineer. Success metrics could be adopted by this number of report and data size, gym org code library. Uh, okay, we have to look on whatever we wanted it to have. Okay, okay, so I think we are have overall the idea what are the problems that we wanted to choose from. Okay, one of them could be a customer so ticket support. Okay, that is one of the problem that I am thinking of solving. Okay, so we will be discussing on today's stream. I have to go now. Okay, I am doing a second stream by today. It would be start from I guess 9 or maybe 9:30. You can join there also. Okay. So yeah, that is all for now.